Hey guys, it's Tom. I hope you're having a blessed Sunday. I'm getting ready to go to church here. I just did the short prayer video and I wanted to just do a short video talk about Noah a little bit, okay? It's really funny how there are some Bible myths that many people throughout their lives always, I'm going to give you an example with Noah. Everyone always says, hey, Noah was mocked the whole time he made the ark, he built the ark. And there's no record of that in the Bible. It never says he was mocked. It never says he was mocked anywhere in the Bible. And I remember when I learned that, I was surprised because I had heard that everywhere. But you know what? He was mocked. I guarantee it. And I'm going to show you why I think he was definitely mocked. Because we're living in the last days, and the mockers and scoffers are just, they're relentless. You guys know. You're dealing with them. And I just think what surprises me really is that 95% of these mockers and scoffers in these last days are fellow Christians. It always surprises me. I can't get over it because I never expected that. I really thought the world would be after us in these last days, and trust me, if they are too. But in these, in like this YouTube community of all people making videos and comment sections, and it's always Christians, and they can be brutal. It surprises me, that's all. I just personally can't imagine picturing Jesus say, well done, faithful servant, good and faithful servant, if your entire outreach on earth was to criticize other people's interpretation of the Bible. It's just not for me. I just don't get that. Because I've bumped into videos many times. It's got rapture in the title. I'm like, oh, let me check this one out. And I start watching it. And then the guy starts saying, the rapture's a false teaching by Darby. And I just go, oh, he's believes that. Okay, I leave the video. I would never, ever think, I'm going to keep watching this and I'm going to slam him. Not my style. I guess it's just not my style. But anyway. And you know what? For those people that do mock and scoff, I just want to say, you would have mocked and scoffed at Noah too. Oh, I would not. Oh, yeah, you would have. If you're mocking and scoffing now, because instead of mocking and scoffing, you should be, if you really think somebody's wrong, you should start your own thing, because really, you should be proclaiming Christ and not nitpicking on somebody else's interpretation of the timing of the rapture, Anyway, we know that he was mocked, Noah, because he was a preacher of righteousness. And you can't be a preacher of righteousness in this world and not be mocked and scoffed. You can't be. You're doing it wrong if you're not mocked and scoffed. Look at 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. And did not spare the ancient world, but saved Noah, one of 8 people, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood on the world of the ungodly. So Noah is referred to as a preacher of righteousness. He was scoffed. He was mocked. I love this. I just want to bring this up. 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 19 and 20. By whom also, this is talking about Jesus when it says he, by whom also he went and preached to the spirits in prison who formerly were disobedient, when once the divine long-suffering waited in the days of Noah, while the ark was being prepared, in which a few, that is, 8 souls, were saved through water. That whole Noah story. Can you guys believe we're going to be able to meet Noah at some point and talk to him? I can't wait. According to gotquestions.org, which I really love that site, there's a little blurb that I grabbed that says, according to 1 Peter 3:19 and 20, what I just read, it was Jesus himself who in the Spirit preached to those who were disobedient long ago, when God waited patiently in the days of Noah while the ark was being built. We take this to mean that when Noah preached righteousness, he did so by the power of the Spirit of Christ. That is, it was the message of Christ delivered in the power of Christ that Noah proclaimed. How amazing is that? The ungodly men of Noah's day had a chance to repent and be saved as Christ preached to them spiritually through Noah. Unfortunately, they rebelled against the truth. They refused the ark and they drowned in the flood. You know, many people say, Noah preached for decades and decades and didn't have a single convert. Think about it. Him and his family. And how long did it take to build the ark? They estimate between, some people say 20 years, and then some people say up to 120 years. It was decades. Not a single convert. That's incredible, isn't it? Can you imagine? Yeah, I know Noah was mocked. You can't preach righteousness. You can't share the gospel every day and not get mocked. It's impossible. But there you go. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm watching trucks. I am such, another one. I'm such a squirrel guy. Something comes on, something out of the ordinary comes up this driveway and I'm like, squirrel. All right. I hope you guys have good plans for the weekend. I guess, in the United States, it's a holiday weekend, Memorial Day, and we honor the people that gave their lives so that we could live in freedom. And my generation is probably the most blessed generation in the history of this country, because I'm almost 61 years old. And there weren't major wars in my lifetime. We saw, when I was a younger man, Desert Storm. But I'm always thankful for people who fought for this country. I don't always agree with the wars. In fact, most of the time I don't agree with the wars. But you know what? I am thankful to people who serve this country. I can't even tell you. I am thankful. My parents always put that in me. It's amazing that people have given their lives so that I can sit in a car and talk about Jesus. Or I can go to a public park and read the Bibles. That may be ending soon, but right now I can. But all right, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Have a good weekend. I'll be here tomorrow, God willing, and we'll see what happens within the next few days. I love you guys.